Hey, it's Djemini. I'm getting ready to move, so before I do, I want to show you around my apartment here in the Pearl in Portland, Oregon. Come on in. Okay, so here in the entryway, you'll see I have a lot of clothes throughout the entire apartment, and this just allows me to store more because I've got this long hallway. I wanted to originally get a lot of frames in here of my own photography and put it up on the wall, but I thankfully have a long hallway in the new place, so that's the plan. Just got a coat rack in here. People can hang their clothes, shoes, of course lots of jackets here in the Pacific Northwest. I have these backdrops here, never a bad thing to have as a photographer, but I'm gonna give those to one of my photo friends soon. Got a hallway closet with, you guessed it, more clothes. That one's actually pretty messy, so I'm not gonna show you inside there as I'm getting ready to move. But yeah, let me bring you through the hallway and I'll show you the rest of the place. Okay, so right as you come around the corner here, you've got a washer and dryer right here, something I can never live without again, having in unit. And right behind me is the bathroom. Nothing crazy, but I'll show you that really quickly. Pretty standard bathroom. Nice counter, sink with all of my skincare products. No windows in here, but I need to keep a fake plant to keep it feeling somewhat lively. Then we have standard shower, nothing fancy, but kind of like the little cove that it has built in, so I can keep my keep all of my stuff there. That's it for the bathroom, nothing crazy here. I have my little map of Portland in here, which is pretty cool, and this canvas that I textured myself, and finally this Fender guitar art. Okay, so coming out of the bathroom, before I show you the living room, I'll show you my bedroom. I added this pull-up bar that my parents were just gonna give away, so you know, I've been really focused on my fitness this year, and this allows me to get a little pre-workout warm-up just right here, get my day started with some pull-ups, and it's fun to see the progress of like only being able to do a few to doing a good amount. Yeah, here's the bedroom. The biggest standout feature in this apartment for sure is these giant windows. I think there's 9 total in the apartment. There'll probably be another place like this again until I get into like the Ritz-Carlton penthouse that has this much natural light coming into it. So I'm cherishing it while I have it. It's been an amazing 3.5 years here with these gigantic windows and these huge blinds that go down and help to block out all of the light that comes from the bridge that's right there, the beloved Fremont Bridge. So when I first moved to Portland, I was obsessed with the Fremont Bridge. There was something about it that was just, I loved all the bridges. I lived near the St. John's Bridge, so I was biased to that too. But something about this bridge, it just always spoke to me, and I took lots of pictures of it when I first moved to the city. Being able to see it every day over the last 3.5 years has been something that's really special. So yeah, nothing really fancy here. I've got this clothing rack here. It's got my most worn items, shoes, and a little nightstand, my bed, which I love. I got from this doctor who had it on Craigslist for like $100 with the bed frame and the bed. He said he kept it in his guest bedroom. I was like, dude, what? I look up the mattress itself and it was over $1,000, and then the bed frame was like $200. So one of the craziest deals I've ever got. My little IKEA cart, and then the closet. I wish that there was a walk-in closet in this place, but you know, beggars can't be choosers. We're gonna get there. But yeah, that's pretty much the bedroom. Nothing super fancy. Let me take you on in the living room. So here we are, the star of the show, as the sun is beautifully coming in this late afternoon time of the day. It's one of my favorite times when the sun is just glistening in here. I work from home, so it's always really nice during this time of the day as I'm kind of wrapping up my day. It's just so beautiful in here, especially during the fall when you got all the fall leaves going on outside. Don't mind my dirty windows. There's so many of them. They've told me that they would clean it here, but I know it takes a lot of work to do that, and I'm leaving anyway. So let's see. This is where I've spent a lot of time over the last 3.5 years. It's been crazy. I've written a lot of songs here on this couch. Having the couch right here, it's amazing. It's comfortable. I can watch the TV. I got this flip style record holder, so I have a lot of my favorite records right here, some books, some plants, of course, all over the apartment. You can see all of the guitars. I've got my 2 acoustics there, my beloved Stratocaster that my cousin passed down to me, and then I've got my main record shelf here with my Audio-Technica record player on top, and the top shelf has all of these kind of newer records, and then the bottom is all vintage stuff that I've got in the dollar bins or just going through the old records at different shops. Kind of slowed down over the last couple of months, but over the last 2 years, it had been a weekly activity. Shout out to Vinyl Resting Place in St. John's and Steve over there. They've definitely taken good care of me and have helped to feed my addiction. Along with the records in that shelf behind and the windowsill, it's become an obsession, and I love it. What can I say? As a fan of music, it's a beautiful thing to be able to have all of these physical signs of what I love, you know? I'm gonna be all glowy through this video, but here's the view that I get to enjoy with the bridge right behind me, and this is where I work all day. I work my 9 to 5 here, and then I spend a lot of evenings here editing and doing all the work to make the music that you hear and the videos that you see possible. It's all done right here. It's a pretty minimal setup, and that's one of the things I love about it. I've had this same Apple trackpad and keyboard since I was 13 years old. Been going real strong, and this mouse is so beat up. I'm in a new one in the new place, but you know, it does the job. Allows me to use both hands as I'm editing, which I think is what makes me fast. This beautiful leather desk pad from Aurochs Leather. Yeah, you know, I keep my water bottle on me at all times to stay hydrated. I have a M Audio Air 192.6 interface that goes into these two Yamaha HS5 studio monitors. Simple mic setup here, just on a blue mic arm, and then an Audio-Technica AT2020 pop filter all running into the interface. Behind the laptop, I have this lamp that is like a hub that keeps all of the cords managed, and that allows me to keep my extensive collection of external SSDs for storing all the footage and everything from my videos. So the best part of this desk is that it's a sit-stand desk, so I can just hit this button here and the desk goes up, and you see I got my little pillow down there to be comfy when I'm sitting. Keep my AirPods Max at my desk. I love these headphones. Had them for the last year, and they've been one of the best things ever. I work out in them, I do work in them, I listen to all my mixes in there. They're the best. Picture of me and my family, me and my brother Sal. This is Dipper Pines from Gravity Falls. My sister has Mabel. We're very much the same sibling dynamic. My boy James got me this Spider-Man pin. Yeah, I keep the desk very minimal, other than that, and this plant that is doing okay, but could use a little bit more love. Yeah, let me show you the TV stand really quick. I guess you can see it in this shot. I have 3 vinyls here. My first EP, Just Upon, my EP with Sal, Soul Synced, and then Cycles from my boys at The Flip. My boy Nick, who I've worked on with a lot of music, that's his band. Got all the members to sign that at one of the last shows that I shot for them. It was a blast. I've got this Vizio soundbar here, which is a 5.1, which goes into the subwoofer, which is back there, and then 2 satellite speakers on either side of the couch. It gives a really great listening experience to whatever we're listening to, but also it has an aux input that thankfully my record player can go out and into, so I can listen to all my records on like a full 5.1 surround sound system, which is just the coolest. I love being able to listen to all kinds of new music in that way. It's just a fun experience for me. A couple other little bits and bobs, plants and whatnot on TV stand. Got my other acoustic right there, plant in the corner. That's kind of it. The sun's going down, so let me go to the next shot and show you the rest of the space. Okay, really quick, while I'm in this awkward squatting pose, this is the rest of this area where I keep this record shelf, my mushroom lamp, this amazing plant that I've been caring for the last couple of years. It's continuing to get new leaves coming out, which is amazing, and more records, and my keyboard, and a ukulele, and a bunch of hats, and my Djemini hats, which is pretty cool, my guitar case, like just random stuff that's all kind of in this corner, but I love it because it's cozy and it's me. Welcome to my kitchen. This is one of the most glorious parts of this apartment. I haven't been cooking as much this year, just with the nature of working on music so much and cooking being pretty time consuming, especially if it's just for me. But when I was cooking a lot, this was so cool. Whenever I'm hosting something, this is a standout. We can fit 4 people on the island, other people on this side, and it just makes the daily experience of being in the kitchen really cool. Unique that we have a gas range here on the stovetop. Nice sleek appliances, the microwave, oven, I mean standard kitchen stuff here. I've got my couple of lamps, some little bits and bobs, some art and little fruit bowl appliances, all that. Nothing fancy, but it's just a beautiful kitchen. I've been really grateful to have this as like the glue for my apartment. You know, my kitchen in my family's house that I grew up in was always like the community space. And so to be able to have it really grounded in this spot is super cool. Tons of cabinet storage on the top and on the bottom, which is amazing because I can keep lots of kitchen stuff in here, but I can also keep random stuff that I don't have room for in my bedroom or in the hallway or whatever. So a lot of these bottom shelves have like shoes and, you know, random, like this bottom shelf here is like all just technology and cables and whatnot, more technology and other things. It's so random, but again, it gets the job done, and I'm grateful to have that extra storage. It's not common. Nothing special. I try to keep it organized. More cabinets. That's it, you know? Yeah, let me show you my little breakfast nook here, and then I'll take you out on the balcony. All right, this table was one of the newer additions to the apartment this year. I wanted a place where I could sit while also enjoying the beautiful view of the Fremont Bridge. So I found this table on Facebook Marketplace. Most of the furniture I've gotten here has been secondhand, likely off Facebook Marketplace, and it's great. I can eat a lot of meals here. I can journal here. I'm an avid journaler most days. I chronicle my entire life through these books. I'm almost done with this one, which is amazing. We're in the tail end. And then I have journals for just ideas. And this little table here allows me to sit down and jot all my thoughts down and ideas, and to take in the apartment from a different angle. So really love it here. I've got a bunch of legends here: Prince, MJ, Teddy P, Frank Sinatra on the top. Yeah, it's a cozy little spot right here that I didn't have before. So I love being able to maximize the space. Yeah, a couple other things right over here. I've got my diploma, some other personal little bits, bobs, books, journals, plants, hats, all that. So yeah, let me go ahead and take you out on the balcony. Okay, so this door is like the door in Spider-Man 2. You'll get your rent when you fix this damn door. It's very hard to open. Come out on the balcony with me. Another standout feature of my place is this balcony. It's so cool. I get to have this corner unit that has all of the views of the city. I can see all of downtown that way. Again, this whole amazing row of trees. I get to see into Slab Town over here, and then I can see the Fremont Bridge right over here. I've done a pretty poor job of furnishing the patio just because I knew that whenever I'd move, I'd likely not have this amazing wraparound deck situation. And so don't mind the fact that it's very unfurnished. But yeah, I'll show you around the corner here and the views. Here's the city with the beautiful trees. More of the fall vibes. Look at that bad boy. That's glorious right there. Woo! Okay, so other than this orange building being a little obnoxious, it's pretty awesome out here. I've eaten a lot of meals out here. I come out here pretty much every day to like just take in some fresh air. Definitely gonna miss this part of having an apartment, but you know, trade-offs with every new place you go to. Yeah, and I mean, it goes to the whole end of this thing. I'll show you here. So I'm gonna just walk this whole way. Ideally, I wanted to get like a hammock out here, but alas, I didn't. So here's my bedroom all the way to the closet here. And I was gonna make like a little step thing so I could come out the window in my bedroom. Didn't do that, that's crazy. Here, let me walk the whole thing uninterrupted. I put this tree here for a little privacy, which has actually been nice. But yeah, you can see it's super long. I could do like full cardio out here if I wanted to, but yeah, that's the balcony. It's been, once again, a really cool part of this apartment. Had a lot of great conversations out here. Just able to take in the city view, man. It's unique. I'm grateful that I've been able to be here over the last 3.5 years, and excited for what's next. I think this is a perfect place to end the tour. Really appreciate you checking out my place with me. I've learned a lot about myself and who I am. My whole life has changed being here, you know. I moved in a bright-eyed and bushy-tailed 23-year-old, and I'm emerging a focused and more confident 26-year-old. So it feels good, you know. The building is called The Reveal, and I think that this place really has helped reveal a lot of who I am and what I want to do. You know, before I moved in here, I hadn't even started pursuing my music career, and now that's all I do, and it's all I want to do. And so to see what's happened, just being in this space will always be a place that I remember extremely fondly and that I'll celebrate. And for all the good, bad, and ugly that I've experienced in my life through being here, it's always going to have a special place in my heart. So I'm glad that I was able to show that to you, and I look forward to bringing you into the new place, new side of the city, and just continuing to share more of my life with me as I move on to this next chapter. So once again, thank you for, just joining me on this tour. I hope you enjoyed it, and I look forward to what's to come. Again, my name is Djemini. This has been my apartment here in the lovely Pearl District of Portland, and I'll see you on the Central East Side. Take care.